Hello and welcome to this colored pencil project. We'll be studying how to do this crystal bowl along with the strawberries and the blackberries, and I think it will enhance your abilities in creating realism or photographic finished colored pencil projects. On this project, we're going to be using the Me Tint paper, and the color I've chosen is Ivy. It would look great on other dark colors such as black or even a very dark navy blue color. You can get this in art stores or online. I'll begin the dish by first placing in my darkest shaded areas using warm gray 90%. Notice how I'm softening as I go, not leaving in a hard line if it's requiring a softer edge. Using my olive green on the side of the pencil lead with a very light pressure, I'm going to cover the entire dish. And you'll be able to still very clearly see those graphite lines through this pencil coverage. Lightly with our olive green, we're going to come back with a real light, gentle coverage of some peacock green. Start with my lighter red, which is a little bit of carmine red, and put it in this area. Then I'll come back and darken it slightly with a little bit of the crimson lake. And then as we're moving through here, I'm going to add either the crimson or the carmine. Right up in this area, I see a little bit of dark reflection from that strawberry, but you may see some lighter areas, and then go ahead and use the carmine, and technically it won't make any difference. Keep a variety of the lights and the dark red tones. Of course, we'll want some mulberry down in here from the reflection of our blackberries. So put a few of those little purple tones here and there. In through this area, it's actually where you can see a little bit of the strawberry showing through that glass, although it will be very distorted because of the cuts in the crystal and the thickness of the glass. So pencil in just a little bit of carmine red. Then I'm coming in and actually even putting just a little bit of yellow reflective tint from up above. And then you can come back in and even darken it 1 degree using that crimson lake. I can also see very strong color from the blackberry showing through. So first I'm going to use a little bit of mulberry here. Then I'll come in and darken even further with a little bit of the indigo blue, just softening as I go. I'll move on to another little section, and it's important that you don't try to outline this all at one time. Do just a little segment because the highlight does not come in equally in all of these areas. You can see how I've just slightly brought it in just a little further, and then I'll tilt it and turn it 1 more degree. So every time I'm coming into that outer edge, I want my hand to be in the most natural, comfortable position. Right on this edge, I can see how those streaks are slightly pulled in even more at an angle. Then we can come back and start penciling on top of those graphite markings. Notice how the tips of those are fading away, but many of these will be broken lines. So watch your photo to see if they're broken or if they're dotty, if they're fading, how thick they are, the curvature of them. Those are all important ingredients to making this look very shiny. It's easier to capture these highlights with a photograph as opposed to just having it sit in front of you and try to capture it with your naked eye looking at the natural piece. And so I really encourage you, when you're working up still lifes, take photographs. It's great to have the actual item in front of you, but also work from the photograph. That gives you another resource. To even put the little white gel pen dots into the handle so you can see really how sparkly this will look. Use that white gel pen on the little piece of scrap paper to get it going. And you can't make just long lines. You have to make a series of little dotting strokes to get your best results. Remember, if it quits working, take your fingers, wipe off the tip, go back to your scrap paper and get it going. And then come back over your colored pencil areas and just dot it to get it going. And then once you have all of these glints in the handle area, I would encourage you just to prop it up against the wall, step a few feet back, and then look at this area to see if you've captured the bright shininess of this handle. And you can start seeing the curvature, and it's really starting to look like glass. So once again, pencil what you see, and you can just count over the number of zigzags as you go through. Now on this area, I actually saw this little funny shaped broken light. And here again, it's the importance of penciling what you see to get realism look. So once you've put enough of the white colored pencil in, then we'll go back with smaller amounts of glints with the white Jelly Roll pen. And use your little finger to blot it away if it gets a little bright. You may have to go back and forth, reapply, blot it with your finger, add a little additional until you get the right amount of strong highlight. Even on the little flower tips, we'll add just a little bit of that white gel pen. Another thing to notice here is that when I put that white gel pen in, I always do it in a lesser amount, and that helps to isolate the strong glints and the sparkle effect. Please visit our website to get the complete details in DVD form. I'll teach you step by step how to do the strawberries, the blackberries, the table covering, as well as complete detail for every little aspect of that crystal bowl. Thanks so much, and happy penciling.